Hey everyone, it's ManMadeEvil. Thank you for joining me. I'm very excited. I finally got myself a DJI Inspire 1 drone. If you don't know who DJI is, they make all sorts of things. They make drones, of course. If you ever heard of the Phantom drones, they're the ones that make them. They also make some camera gear. If you can go online and check out some videos on Inspire 1 of it actual in flight. I will be showing you some footage of it in use after doing the box and everything. You can check out some of their Phantom products as well. Most of the time, the videos I've seen, people have been crashing and whatever. I think because they haven't learned to fly it, or just people just being kind of stupid with it and crashing or whatever. I don't know. I don't know why you would want to crash a $1,000 drone, but this one here is pretty penny. I'll put a link in the description, and you can obviously be able to tell on how much it costs. But yeah, so I'll be doing an unboxing of the Inspire 1. The delivery man delivered this morning, and it was shipped through DHL. When I ordered the drone about a week and a half ago, DJI put the wrong country code. So their facility, they have, I think, like a couple facilities, like one in the States, one in Europe somewhere, and one in China. Obviously, they're probably made in China, and they're shipped from there to the locations in the States and Europe. But anyways, they put the wrong country code, and it somehow ended up in China and got delivered there. But I live in Canada, and I don't know how you get Canada mixed up with something, and like I'm sure someone at DHL should have noticed, but whatever, right? Yeah, like I said, I'll be doing an unboxing. I got an extra remote. The extra remote is for my camera guy to be able to control the camera of what it sees and take photos and whatever. And also, my channel is only relations to gaming material, but I want to do some era footage and help my two good friends out with some of their projects regarding filmmaking. So I went and got this anyways. It's obviously more for me, but I'm willing to help them out with their projects. And also, like I said, my channel is gaming related, and why would I want a drone? Because I do some of the skits like with Mario, Master Chief and stuff, and this thing is badass, so I decided to get one. So anyways, less of me talking and more of me opening it. So I actually took it out of the box. It came in just a regular box you get with a package, and it actually had this like a little picture of Inspire 1, and it had like a stick together, so you actually had to rip it off. But anyways, I kind of already opened a little bit just to kind of see what I'm getting myself into. So yeah, the case is very nice. I don't think it'll take that much of abuse, but I don't plan to be throwing anything around, so. And you get that fresh smell. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So yeah, we got, there's actually, where is it? Here's a manual and everything. It's in different languages, depending on what language you speak. But I speak English, so I'll be looking for the English one. So in here we got just safety guidelines for the intelligent flight battery. That's this guy here. I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, you can look at that. Obviously, read everything carefully, understand on what you're doing before you fly the thing. Disclaimer, warning, obviously it's just legal mumbo jumbo for them, but do fly it safely and don't do anything stupid. Don't fly it within whatever depending on where you live. Where I live, you can't fly at 5 nautical miles in airport, so which is about 9 kilometers. If you want to fly within 9 kilometers in Canada, you're going to need a special permit and go through all that. But I won't even be attempting to do that this year. Maybe next year, because where I live, pretty much every town almost has an airport. So I'll be getting that next year to do some footage of the town or whatever. But that'll be, like I said, that'll be next year. Yeah, Inspire 1 looks like I don't know, Japanese, Chinese. No offense to anybody that's Japanese or Chinese, but I don't know what that is. Anyways, there's obviously an English one, which I already took out. Like I said, I already opened it, so here's the English one. And then here's what's in the box. Aircraft body, 1 remote control, 1 camera with gimbal. I keep saying it wrong. Propellers, intelligent flight battery charger, SD 16 gig micro SD card. I actually bought myself another one, 64 gig by Kingston. Very good brand, I would say. And again, I get them mixed up. Like this one's a class 10, which is pretty good for 4K video recording, because this camera could do 4K. yeah, so like I said, you might have to do a little more homework if you want to get the best quality captured on the micro SD. But I'm pretty sure this class 10 micro SD would be good enough. And it has an intensity density, I think, filter. I think that's for like nice and sunny days and helps with it. Like, I'm no expert in cameras, so it has the manuals, power cable, micro USB cable. That's probably for if you guys have a tablet, like a Samsung tablet, or whoever uses a micro SD. But me, I would be using an iPad Mini 2. If you check their website, I'll have it in a link in the description, but they have which ones will work with the camera, so you'll be able to see what you're doing and all that. Remote control charging cable. That's, anyways, yeah. A harness, and then a box with it. Camera, like a little cheap plastic box. This is what the camera comes in. And a carrying case. Then on the back, they got, yeah. Anyways. So here's the remote. So we got the plastic on. Yeah, so pretty intense, man. Make sure your batteries are charged up. I got 4 bars, which is good. Of course, your Android device, Samsung tablet or iPad will go in here. And yeah, like I said, you gotta check which one will work with this thing. iPad Mini, the first one, I don't think will work, so I'm kind of hooked out of that. I gotta go with myself an iPad. So, anyways, yeah. So the remote looks like. And all these buttons, I really don't know what to do yet because I haven't flown the thing yet. And on the back, they got a USB. Don't know what that one looks like. A different kind of connector I've never seen yet. Micro SD, HDMI, and of course someone's phoning. Anyway, sorry about that. Yeah, so yeah, there's a remote. It's pretty straightforward. I don't know if you guys ever used drone remotes or just helicopter remotes. They're almost the same, except now we're going to a different class. But I think when you customize, build your like helicopter and all that, you get like this weird, cool little remote with all these numbers. You can program channels. This one I just programmed for this one. I'm gonna put that over here. So. Here's a power cable. Here's your intelligent smart battery. It's fully charged, which is a good thing. Here's my camera box, which is pretty cool. Here's your filter for the lens. Something ND intensity. I don't know. ND filter. Here's the gimbal with the camera. Gimbal, whatever you want to call it. So that goes on the bottom of this drone, and there's actually, it comes, like I said, when I read it earlier, it comes with micro SD 16 gig. I'll be taking that out of there and putting my 64 gig in. I'm not messing around with the 16 gig one. And most of the time when they give you SD cards with it anyways, they're not very good quality ones. They just, you know, they're trying to save money, right? So that's why they give you another good quality one. So yeah, put that back. So camera, like I said again, just gonna put that over here. Here's the harness. Really no need to take it out right now. I got a package of goodies I didn't see here. Oh, looks like some spare parts. I don't know if it would call these spare parts. Yeah. I don't know why that wasn't in there, unless I missed it, but my bad. And this weird stamp. Looks like a DJI certification thing, or I don't know, quality test pass. I guess that's how they determine if it passed their quality test. And this one here is the micro SD, which is for a tablet or an Android or whatever port that uses a micro SD. Same thing with this one. And this one's a charger cable, which is technically, you can take this battery, connect it to there. There's a connector for it, put that there. And then it goes on here so it can charge the remote. So technically if you're in the field, which of course you're going to need like 2 or 3 batteries that are fully charged. You know, like you're not going to use this to charge this up and then not have much flying time because you drain some of the battery, right? So obviously when you get 3 or 4 batteries or just 2 batteries, you can be able to charge it up in the field if you really need to. Yeah, so like I said, that's fully charged. Charging cable. And here's the Inspire 1. Pretty badass. So the camera gimbal goes there, or gimbal. Like I said, guys, I can't even say it, but I'm just gonna guess it. Just the camera mounting goes there. The propellers go there. The motors look, I feel pretty high tech. Anyways, so yeah. And at the bottom, I always check out people's reviews and stuff. They there's a sensor here, like a ultrasonic sensor, I believe, and a camera. So if it's not in GPS mode, like if you're flying inside the house or whatever, which be careful when you fly in the house because you don't hit the walls and all that, of course. It determines on the distance between an actual object to land on or whatever, and not damage it. Yeah, because GPS helps it. Apparently. Like I haven't flown it yet, so I'm just kind of learning and at the same time trying to BS you guys here. I'm just kidding. And here's a charger. Again, there's one for the remote, or 2 remotes, or whatever you got. And this one's for the battery. Just pops off like that. Gold-plated connectors, which is nice. And it just slides in the back of it. And then the lights will tell you when it's charged. Like it'll shut off, I think, when it's charged. So, yeah, and then we got 4 propellers. 4 blades. Oh, there's spares. Right on. I obviously forgot that when I was in there. I was reading them in the box list for you. Yeah, so obviously only need 2. Don't need the charging cable right now because it's already been charged. Like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys on me flying it. And when I say flying it, I mean not crashing the thing. Because I'm really bad. Like every RC toy that ever tried to fly it, I crashed it, which is pretty a bad sign that, you know, spend all this money on a drone and I'm going to crash it, which hell no, I'm not going to crash it. I'm going to take extra caution when I fly this thing. But anyways, I'll show you the spare remote that I got with it. So when I have a co-pilot or cameraman, he can run the camera. And it's just pretty much the same thing as the other one. Just when I get everything like organized and used to it, I'm going to have one that's a slave and one master, because the master one will be already synced to the drone, and then the slave will be the one that controls the camera. Of course, you got here you got the piece that goes on there just like this guy, just to put a screen on there, like an iPhone 6 Plus or Samsung or whatever. Like the way I've seen people doing it is that they have one camera guy, then the other one would have their own mobile device on the master controller just for GPS. But where I live, I don't know how many satellites I got above my head at one time, so I'm just gonna leave that. Hopefully, just fly and not have to worry about the GPS stuff. Because I've heard some bad stories about the GPS with this thing. You know, it could be just anything, weather or whatever. But I just like, you can have it auto takeoff and auto land on GPS, but I would rather just fly myself. So I'm gonna put. Oh, somebody's coming. I think there's someone walk down the stairs. Anyways, so the blades look like. to do with that manual now? So for this, guys, I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Yay! It doesn't tell me nothing. Anyways, there's markings on them. There's one white and one with nothing on it. I don't know if that really means anything or not. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about this, guys. I'm going to just kind of cut right to the chase here. And guys, I figured it out on how to place the rotors or propellers, whatever you want to call them. There's two markings there on two of them, white markings, and the other two have no markings. So if you look on the motor, there's a white marking there, dot. There's a white marking there on this one. So these two have no markings. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the dot, match it with this dot, push down, and then lock, and it's locked into place. I guess they changed it. I've seen other videos where you had to rotate them on and put these clips on, but I guess they changed that. And so this one, you mark up the white dot with this one. She's locked in place. This one, there's no markings, but you just kind of have to feel for it in a way. They don't break anything. Okay, she's locked in there. Same with this one. There. So they're on pretty securely on there. And I went and got myself an iPad Mini 3, so I'll be able to do this. Because if you don't have an iPad, I guess, or tablet, I guess it doesn't work. I could be wrong, but it never did what it was supposed to do when I tried it the first time. So my iPad is on, so I'm turning on the button here once, hold 2 seconds, you hear the beep. Same thing with this one, push it once, hold the button 2 seconds, just turn on. So now I gotta take it out of travel mode. So 1, 2, 3, I think. There we go. So that's what it's supposed to do. Now I gotta update the firmware. It says aircraft upgrade required. Download the latest firmware from the DJI website. So I'm gonna do the drone first. So if my memory serves me correctly. Hey guys, I put this video on hold, so that's why I look a little different from the other clips. So it's a couple days later since the first clips. But anyways, now we're supposed to update the firmware on the drone. There's actually two ways you can do this. Oops. On the gimbal, or the camera, there's a micro SD. You go to the DJI website and you go to Inspire 1 support, I believe, and you download their little patch for this, and you put it in there, and then you connect it, and then it automatically starts updating. But obviously this has to be hooked up to this and everything to even able to start doing its thing. And the other way you can do it is, I believe when it's powered on, there's a little, so that's why they have two USB or micro USB cables, is because you can connect it to there. I don't know if you can see that there. Dropping that, and on the back of the unit there's a USB there. So I just did it. The easiest way to do it is just download the patch or firmware update on this micro SD, make sure everything is on, connect this gimbal to that, and it automatically update this, and yeah, basically we'll just update it. So that's probably the easiest way to do it. If you don't have micro SD or anything, I'm sure you should if you even have this drone, right? And I did some pre-test flights and everything before I even attempted to show you some footage of it in use. I mean, I would have preferred to show you guys it when I first used it, but I didn't want to crash it and everything. Actually, a couple days ago, I almost had a close call. Right now, so I gotta get a new leg now because it took off on me. Well, what happened was on the remote. I don't know if you can see that there's PAF. F, I haven't figured that one that does yet, but P is positioning mode, A is attitude mode. So what's the difference between P and A? Positioning mode is it has GPS signal, and so when you're flying it and then it's really windy or whatever, the GPS keeps it where you want it. So if you let go of the sticks, it stays there. But if you have it in A mode or attitude mode, it's kind of like free flight. Like if the wind came and it was sitting there, the wind would push to wherever it's going, right? And you would have to come and fix that or adjust that. But P mode is pretty much for beginners, I believe, which is a nice feature because if you just let go of the sticks, it's gonna hover there, which is a nice feature because I'm still pretty new to even flying anything. So, yeah. Like I said, I gotta get a new leg. Like I said, it kicked me out of positioning mode and kicked me into attitude mode, which made it. So basically, it came close to breaking the drone. Yeah, so this has to be replaced. On the bottom, I don't know if you can see that. There's some little scratches here and scratches there. This piece on eBay is 20 bucks, brand new, and this little guy that holds the gimbal is about 80 bucks. So, and this guy here I've seen for about 150 bucks. So you're looking at about 200 and some dollars, $250 or $250 worth of damage, which it could have been worse. Like these legs here are like $500. So, anyways, you live and learn. But it had nothing to do with my flying skills. I mean, it did, but I mean, I had control of it when it was in attitude mode. Just the wind kept pushing it and everything. I thought I was gonna break the thing, right? But I never did. So, anyways, this is pretty much it for my unboxing video. If you guys are new to this channel, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the like, please. And on my next video, I will show you the footage of it in use and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, you guys take care, and I'll see you again.